Hey guys, Lizardlea here for puzzles day 2, part 2? Which did I say? I think it's day 2. I've already forgotten what I named it. um I just got back from work. It's 3:16, so yeah, I'm not going to be doing any cross stitching because I'm not even going to have 2 hours of sunlight anymore. It's going to be gone by 5. So the ones I have left are the wolves, dragons, and if there's time, I have another puzzle that's too far away for me to go and grab because I'm being a lazy bum that has tigers on it. So, you know, might get 2 done, might get 3. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I have so much gunk in the back of my throat, but I finally have my voice back. It's so nice. Every time I had to go on the radio, everyone understood me. Everyone I talked to understood me. So it's so nice to have my voice back. Um, I actually went to bed pretty early last night. I went to bed at, 9:30. And so when I was woken up at like 4 a.m. by screaming and crying, I was still tired, but I was well rested enough that it didn't like leave me exhausted. Like the last few days I've been so tired because I've had to work so late. And then I get home and I always have my alarm go off at, 5:45 or 6:15 or whatever time I have it set at now. I don't remember. I changed it after daylight savings. But it always goes off and that's always when I take my medication. So whether I want to sleep it or not, it goes off and it'll wake me up. So, I regularly get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Okay, I didn't pull an all-nighter until after I graduated high school, and that was because it was just for fun. I never pulled an all-nighter because I had to. So when I'm really tired, I want to sleep. And I want this gum because I keep waving it around instead of chewing it. Okay, so do I work tomorrow? I don't even remember anymore. I work the next 3 days. Okay. So I might just be doing more puzzles tomorrow. And I haven't picked out what my next small project is going to be yet. So hopefully I'll get around to that eventually. um, oh, every time I turn over there, I see Magnificent Wizard, and I'm reminded of how much I hate black fabric. No. But I shall win. I will do it. I will complete it. But probably not by January. Or probably not by the end of December, beginning of January. Because I just Okay, I'm going to go work on some puzzles now. All right, I'm actually starting with a question from a subscriber rather than the bajillions of websites I've gone through. It was Judy Phillips. She asked, do you stitch when you're mad or do you have to cool off first? I stitch when I'm mad all the time. I usually don't stay mad for very long because I've said it before. I don't think it's worth it. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. So, I'll start off and obviously you don't hear it because I speed it up, but I'll sit there for a couple minutes while I'm stitching and just, under my breath, be like, but I get over it and, it doesn't really affect my stitching in any way that I've noticed, at least. So, yeah, no, it's not a problem. My biggest problem is actually if I'm nervous, because then it's extremely hard for me to just sit down and start to stitch. So yeah, if I'm really happy or really angry, it's not a problem. It's when I'm nervous or I'm freaking out that it's not, it doesn't work. Okay, so what question was I on? Do you believe you have found your soulmate? I think I've found some of them, but not all of them. Honestly, who was the last person to tell you that they love you? My brother, I think. We were just on the phone the other day. Yeah, I want to say my brother. Um, are you the kind of friend that you would want to have as a friend? Okay, so if I could be friends with myself, would I? Like if I were someone else, would I want to be friends with me? I think so. I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously. No one is, but I think it's important that you like who you are, because if you don't, why should anyone else, you know? So, yeah, I think I'd like to have me as a friend. Whether it's just because I'm an idiot and I would be incredibly amusing to hang out with, I don't know. Do you like reading books or comics? I like reading both. Do you consider yourself open-minded? For the most part, yeah. I mean, I my opinions change all the time, you know. If I get more information or if I'm just like filled in more on the topic, which is the same as getting more information. Um, like talking to people with about personal experiences, I can change my mind on things all the time. I mean, there are certain things that I will never change my mind on. I'm against the death penalty, clear and simple. So, have you ever broken someone's heart? Not that I know of, but I mean, maybe. I mean, there are plenty of guys who've broken my heart, and they obviously had no idea it happened, so I guess. I don't know. Have you ever written a love letter? Um, not a romantic love letter. I mean, I've written letters to best friends before, and it's always like, I'm gonna really miss you when I move and all that. And some people could consider that a love letter. The familial kind of love, but still love. But no, like, I've never written a love letter. Can you handle the truth? Most of the time. Even if I can't handle the truth in the moment that I am told the truth, I'll learn to handle it later, and that's what's most important. I'd rather not be able to handle the truth now and learn to deal with it than learn too late when it doesn't matter. Are celebrities appropriate role models for your generation? Why or why not? My generation? I think people in their 20s and up don't really use celebrities as role models because we're not fucking idiots. I'm not saying kids, like the younger generation or whatever are idiots because, they don't get it yet. They're not adults. So, but I think if you've reached like 21 and older and you still think like, oh yeah, I want to be like Snooki, you're a friggin' idiot, okay? Like, oh, I want to be like Paris Hilton. No, no, okay, you need to grow up. So, appropriate? Not really, because so many celebrities make so many stupid and embarrassing choices. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really think celebrities are appropriate role models for anyone. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that. So, I don't know. Do you like kissing in public? Not really. I like PDA doesn't bother me when it comes to other people to a certain extent. Like if you're French kissing, yeah, no, you need to stop. You're being gross. Do that somewhere else. But if I see a couple kissing, whether it's a straight couple or a gay couple or anything in between, most of the time, if it's just like a peck, I think it's the cutest dang thing ever. Like, I love it. But I don't want to see a couple, like, making out. Like, in the park? No, okay? That's where families go. You're being gross. Do you snore or steal the covers or roll around in your sleep? Um, I've been told I snore if I'm, like, really, really exhausted or really sick. Otherwise, I've been breathing with my nose plugged up for years. It's totally natural for me to do so now. uh, I actually am more likely to kick the covers off of myself than to steal them. So far, and every time I've been in a bed with someone else when we're sleeping, it's always the other person that steals the covers from me. I tend to run hot, so yeah, I'm more likely to. Okay. I am one of those weird people that I almost always have to have one foot not under the bed covers. So it's weird. I don't know. I'm weird. I know. Roll around in your sleep. No, usually if I'm moving around, I'm awake. Like if I shift to move from my back onto my side, I'm awake. Because when I'm asleep, I don't really move at all. Yeah. Have you ever faked sick? I mean, faking it, not really. I just kind of oversold it or yeah, like I had a headache and I pretended like it was way worse than it actually was. Oversell, oversold it. I don't know if that's the right term or not. Yeah, I just made it seem like it was worse than it was. Do you use umbrellas? When I have one. I mean, the most recent time I used an umbrella was for when my mom and I went to the swap meet because I didn't want to get sunburned. I can't remember the last time I actually used an umbrella for the rain. I'm so lame. Best concert you have been to? You know, I haven't been to many concerts. I went to a few that were what is it? Johnny Young Bosch, the second Black Power Ranger. He has a band. I don't remember what they're called. I have two of their CDs. Cannot remember what they're called though. Um, I, I don't. I Shine. That's what they're called. I Shine. I think that's what it is. Um, I saw them a few times at a convention. They were really cool. But like that was, like there weren't even 100 people there. It was really small. The only concert I can think of that was like really big, I can't even remember who the artist was. Like I don't know if it was like I don't think it was AC/DC. I know it wasn't Kiss. But it was one of those older ones that my parents grew up with. And I remember really liking it. We were in Germany for it. I just can't remember who it was. Do you love old movies? Yes, I do. Ever been arrested? No, and I never plan to be. Are you able to explain what have I dreamt last night? What? Huh? Is that asking me to explain what I dreamt last night? Or is what have I dreamt last night like a movie that's confusing to people like Donnie Darko? I don't know. I actually don't remember what I dreamt about last night. I'm too tired. I keep yawning. I probably remembered this morning and I've forgotten because it wasn't, it wasn't as awesome as like, oh my God, I'm a billionaire. Have you ever been to a school or college reunion? The Christmas after I graduated high school, that was in Japan. So, the majority of us had moved to the States by then. But there were like 7 to 10 of us. And seeing as there were only 63 people that I graduated with, that's actually quite a lot to have a reunion with, like barely a year later. Actually, I think it was a semester later. Right? Because, no, it was a year later. Or, heck, I don't remember. I mean, it wasn't like an official reunion. So I guess the answer is no. And I'll probably never go to a college reunion. I have a few friends from college, but not a ton. So, have you ever worked in a food place? I have not, and I'll be happy if I never have to. I've heard a lot about it. I know there are some kids that watch my channel, so I'm not going to answer that question. Have you ever been engaged? No, I have not. Have your parents ever caught you drinking? No, because I never drank until I was 21. I had no desire to. And then even now, when I'm 24, I still have no desire to. Do you feel you have a purpose or calling in life? I mean, everyone has a purpose, to live your life to its fullest. But I mean, a purpose or calling makes me think like, I'm going to go join a convent or I'm going to fight for a particular political thing or something like that. As far as that goes, no, I don't think I have a special purpose or calling. Oh, God, I'm so tired. So yeah, no. Do you like watermelon? No, I love watermelon. Oh my God. Like watermelon itself is delicious, and then watermelon flavored things are delicious. On that note, I'm really weird. I hate strawberries. They're so gross. But you give me something strawberry flavored and I freaking love it. Does your pet do any good tricks? Not really. I haven't tried to teach her any tricks because she's just adorable and that's good enough for me. Do you like reading? No, I love reading. Do you have any regrets in life? I've already answered that question so many times. Do you maintain a blog? No. Are you good at making people smile? Usually, yeah. Do you consider your childhood a happy one? I would say it was more happy than sad, but it wasn't as happy as some people's. Do you have a fetish that you would like to employ in your next relationship? That's one I should have read ahead of time. That's another one that I think there are some kids watching, and I don't want to talk about that. Ever had a drunken night this year? Nope. Do you remember your favorite teacher? Yep, and I have her added on Facebook. Do you like short or long hair on a girl? For the most part, I more often than not, if a girl chops off her hair, I usually think she looked better with long hair. But I'm not one of those people that like thinks girls are ugly or damaged if they cut off their hair. I think that's really stupid. I just like Anne Hathaway. I know so many people loved her with short hair. I didn't. I thought she looked so much better with long hair. Um, Emma Watson, Hermione Granger, she chopped off her hair. Everybody loved it. I thought she looked better with long hair. That's just how it is. I generally think girls look prettier when they have long hair. I don't know. It's because I love hair and girls can do so much with it. Or, they're expected to or whatever. Have you ever sat by the phone all night waiting for someone to call? I haven't sat by the phone all night, but I have sat like at my computer waiting for someone to get on Messenger before and waited a really long time. Haven't done that in a really long time because I just like, the person either gets on in a normal hour or not. If they don't, too bad. Computer geek? To an extent, I guess. I mean, I'm not smart enough to build my own computer. Are you superstitious? Not really. I mean, so I noticed actually recently in the break room where I work, the locker for number 13, the sticker has been like peeled off or taped over or something. And I was just like, dang it, like I wish it said 13 and I wish it was mine. Like I love the number 13. I have no problem walking under a ladder. The only fears I have is that someone is going to fall and I won't be in a very good position to, steady the ladder because I'm freaking under it. That whole like spilling salt and then like throwing it over your shoulder or whatever, I don't know what that is. That's weird. I have no problem opening an umbrella indoors, whatever. Yeah, I can't really think of many others. Stepping on cracks on the sidewalk doesn't bother me. The only reason I try to avoid them is just because it's fun. It's like the floor is lava. When you were younger, the kids just wouldn't touch the floor. We would jump from the couch to the bed to the dresser without touching the floor, and it was always fun. So this is another one that it talks about the kind of questions it's going to ask me, but it doesn't change the font or the size or anything. Great fun questions to ask your date while dating him or her. Okay, let's see how these go. Are you good at imitating others? Not really. No. Favorite entertainer? I love Jeff Foxworthy and Bill Engvall. They are so funny. Oh my goodness. Do you know how to drive? Yes, I do. Do you have a workout routine? No, I should. But do you still have feelings for an ex? No, I do not. How and when would you know if I am the right one? Ooh, that's interesting. How would you know if someone is the right one? Personally, I don't think you can know if someone is like definitely your future partner until you've lived together for a while. Because you can be best friends with someone and then you move in together and you realize that, you're really clean and they're really messy and you just can't live with someone when they're that different from you. And I am of the belief that if I'm with someone, I don't want to change them. I want them as they are. If I feel like I need to change a ton about them, clearly I'm dating the wrong person. I should be dating someone who I don't have to change. I think it's horrible when a girl talks about, like, oh, I want to date a guy that I can fix and change. And I don't like that. You have the wrong person if you have to change them. Now, I have no problem, telling a guy, like, go do your own damn dishes, put the toilet lid down, stuff like that. But if you try and change their entire lifestyle, like, that's not the person you started dating. You have changed them, and I don't think that's right. So I think you found the right person. If you've been with them for a while, you can see yourself. Like, if you look into the future, you see yourself with them. Whether it's with kids or not, if you see your future with that person, I think they're the right one. And you get along living together. Because if you don't, then you have no hope. Ever had plans and broke them? Duh. Desk, messy or organized? It's an organized mess. I mean, I'm constantly having to move my laptop and my webcam and all this other stuff over here because I need to get a different view and whatnot. And then, if I'm actually on my laptop myself, my laptop is turned 90 degrees and then pulled closer to me. And it's on the lower part of the desk rather than the higher part where the webcam is. So, I have to move stuff all the time. Whatever. Do you believe in true love? I do. Do you consider yourself popular? Not really. I know people talk a lot about how, like, oh, nerds are cool now or whatever. But if I think back to myself in high school, middle school, and all that, I mean, yeah, I had a lot of friends. But I didn't have friends the same way like popular people did, The only time I can remember like people reacting to me as if I was a popular person was when the day after I dyed my hair black. Cause I mean, I had people I didn't know saying like, "Oh my God, Liz, you look amazing with black hair." So, that day, yeah, I felt like I was popular because I was like, half the people telling me they like my hair, I have no idea who you are, but you know my name. Granted, I was a senior, so, people tend to know the seniors because they're seniors. But, yeah, otherwise, I've said it before, I tend to prefer hanging out with small groups of people rather than large ones. And when you think of, like, the popular crowd, they're ones with, big groups of people. Look at Tessa climbing on my puzzle. If that didn't line up with what you're actually seeing, I apologize. It's lining up for me now. So, woo. So yeah, not really. I was popular with the people I hung out with. Just like they were popular with me. You get along with your friends and they mean a lot to you. And I think that's more important than having a large group of people recognize you and, yeah, nah. Have you ever found yourself attracted to someone of the same gender? Not sexually. I mean, I can definitely admit when a woman is attractive, and usually it's followed by the statement like, man, if I was a guy, I would totally want to date her. So, like, if I were a guy, heck yeah, I'd be sexually attracted to her. But as is, like, I'm not really attracted to women. I mean, there have definitely been some really masculine looking women that I was like, ooh, she's really good looking. But like that's really as far as it goes, I don't know. I don't know. Do you prefer reading books or watching movies? Ooh, that's hard. I mean, I love reading books and I love watching movies. Ooh. I don't think I have a preference. I mean, obviously right now, like when I'm cross-stitching and stuff, I prefer watching movies because I can't cross-stitch while reading a book, but I can cross-stitch while watching a movie. But that means I'm not giving my full attention to the movie, whereas with a book, I always give it my full attention. So that's hard. That's hard. Have you voted for someone you wished you hadn't? Nope. All the votes I did in school and all the voting I've done for like the president and whatnot, I've supported my choices. Do you like school? Yes, I do. Have you ever had a crush on a teacher? Okay, so in high school, I had a crush on my PE teacher. He was super funny, really good looking, but he had a wife and a kid. And I mean, obviously, I knew nothing was ever going to come of it, and I didn't want anything to because he was way older than me, and it was just, even if he had been single and didn't have kids, it would still not, it still would have been wrong. My freshman year at college, I had a crush on my English teacher. He was a blonde, blue-eyed guy, and his name was Andrew, and that is like, if I could create the ideal guy, he would be blonde, blue-eyed, and named Andrew, or Alexander. I really love both of those names. But he was recently engaged, so yeah, nothing was ever going to come of that. And then I had a crush on my Business 496 teacher. He was super good looking and really funny. He was actually way older than he looked. And he'd been with his wife for a very, 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 very long time. And obviously I wasn't going to come in between that. But yes, I have had crushes on teachers. Are you always early or terminally late? Always early. Ever been to a food shelf? I don't know what a food shelf is, so no. Have you ever been punched in the face? Not that I remember. I don't think so. Do you swear? Yes, I do. I try not to swear too much, but yeah. Do you believe that he will always have a special place in your heart? Oh, that's right. That's because this is supposed to be about significant other. Yeah. Do you trust easily? Not really. I tend to I like to believe people, but I'm fully aware that the majority of people who are like, "Oh yeah, I'll go do this," don't do it. So, I'm more likely to be like, "Okay," and then do it myself and not have to worry about it. Do you like baseball? Uh, Not really. I mean, I wouldn't hate watching a baseball game, but I would rather be doing much else. Do you like thunderstorms? Not particularly. I mean, they don't scare me, but they're not really fun and exciting. They're more annoying than anything. Do you believe that everything happens for a reason? Well, I mean, everything does happen for a reason. Like, whether it's, for you to learn from it, or for you to learn that this person is not your friend, or to learn that you made this mistake and you need to correct it. Like, there's always a reason for something. Oh no, I've already done nicknames. How do you feel about people with beliefs that differ from yours? I feel that if they want to inform me about it, that is the best experience you can ever have. But if they want to push their religion on you, that is the worst experience you can have. I hate when people try to convert me to their religion or something, because it's like, really? Are you kidding me? I have my own beliefs. I respect that you have yours. Please respect that I have mine. Oh, look at these wolves. Love them so much. Yeah, I'm getting to the end, so I don't know if I should start with the next question because it's going by very quickly. So, yeah, hope you've enjoyed. I love religion. Just don't push it on me. And that's going to be the end of Puzzles Day 2. I only got to finish the one, and I work tomorrow from, was it 3:45 to 8:30, 8:20? I don't know. It was weird. But I might start a small cross-stitch project tomorrow, or I might do more puzzles. I'm not sure. Just depends. I mean, was it yesterday? It was, yeah, in the morning the weather was horrible, and then the weather today, it didn't rain, but it still wasn't as nice as it is some days. Tessa, your tail in my face. Stop! It took me about 3 hours to finish the puzzle, so I'm gonna do the narration, and it's gonna be lovely. You are just so happy right now. Yes, you are. You're so loud. Oh, yeah, get that booty. Oh, the booty. I've been watching Supernatural. I'm on season 10. It's the season that has fan fiction. Oh, that's so cool! You kiss in my ear. You're so sweet. And I loved that episode because Chuck. So woo. I mean, I'm way past that now. I think I'm on the last disc, and then I'm gonna start season 11, which should be exciting. Cause I'm not caught up. I thought I had seen the season finale for the previous season, but clearly I did not, because several of these episodes I haven't seen. So, if while I was doing the puzzle I kept looking away, it's because I was like, ooh, what's happening? So, yeah, I'm hungry. I want dinner. Oh, Tess, you're so cute. Oh, she's so cute. Tessa! Hi, baby. You're so cute. Yes, you are. So, yeah, I don't really know what to talk about. Gonna start yawning. So I think that means I need to sign off and start doing the narration. So like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And Tessa, and I will see you in the next video.